So, co-parenting with a narcissist. Let's talk about it. And if you're new here, I have narcissistic personality disorder. I'm a diagnosed narcissist. So, yes, I'm married, but I have an older son that's 13 years old, and I have to co-parent with his mom. And like before I was diagnosed, I did not make it easy on her. I would rarely stick to the schedule. I would change up stuff last minute so it would make her, have to adjust on the fly. I would say and do stuff to intentionally trigger her. So my advice to you when you're trying to co-parent with a narcissist is look up parallel parenting, first of all, and realize that the narcissist should have access to the child, not to you. Because a lot of times a narcissist will use a child to try to stay in contact with you. Text you at 2 a.m. asking how the baby doing, knowing damn well their baby's asleep. You have to stay grounded when you are dealing with a narcissist in a co-parenting situation, because they're going to try to intentionally trigger you to get underneath your skin by saying stuff to the child, by doing stuff. Just stay grounded, because your reactions are your power. But parallel parenting is the way to go. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, also known as Mental Illness from TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. You know where to find me at. If this is your first time seeing my face, I have narcissistic personality disorder, and the point of my platform is to bring awareness to this disorder and to also, in the process, validate the victims and survivors of this disorder as well. This series right here is dedicated to expanding upon my TikToks. TikTok is my biggest platform. I have over 700,000 on there. So I take my TikToks, put them on here, make them longer, go into more detail. This right here, the TikTok that you watch, is about co-parenting with a narcissist, or trying to co-parent with somebody that you think may be a narcissist or a very toxic parent or whatever. You know, we know the drill. If you've been riding with me since day one, you know the drill. So, if you see, I mentioned in there, I mentioned the term parallel parenting. Parallel parenting is a form of parenting when the other parent is just as uncooperative as they want to be, just for the sake of being uncooperative. Just when they want to argue about everything, they want to try to change the schedule on you, they want to belittle you, they want to use the kids as leverage. Parallel parenting, from what I have read and discovered, is just like you parent your way on your time, and you only communicate with the other parent when there's dire needs, like scheduling emergencies, like health stuff, school stuff, things of those nature. So parallel parenting, I know it sounds like to me that's one of the toughest ways to do it, because like you have no say in what goes on at the other person's house, and they have no say in what goes on at your house and things of that nature. But I also mentioned in that video right there how I personally used to just make it harder on my oldest son's mom. Like, I would just change the schedule at the last minute because I didn't want, she would tell me she had a date or something like that. She would tell me she had a date or something like that, so I would change the schedule. I'm like, no, not tonight. I can't do it tonight. You need to do it. So we put it on her at the last minute to punish her for I guess she was trying to punish. I felt like she was trying to punish me by telling me she had a date, even though I had already moved on. So I would make sure she wasn't going on said date. I know it sounds petty. I was trying to judge me, but my platform is here for a reason. I want to give you my inner thoughts. Judge away. You know what I mean? If I was gonna lie to you, it'd be no point of me being out here. You know what I mean? So I used to just change the schedule at the last minute. I used to be uncooperative. I used to just be lying about little stuff. I wouldn't say I engaged in any type of parental alienation while trying to turn my son against his mom and talk derogatory in front of her. But my stuff is more like this insidious. I'm a covert narcissist. You know, doing little stuff. Like I said, the scheduling thing was the biggest thing for me. I used to always just make sure it was on my time. You know what I mean? And I would have very little flexibility when she needed to change the schedule. But I expected her to have full flexibility when I needed to change the schedule and things like that. And I know my wife, she used to watch me do stuff like that. I guess she thought it was going to be different for her. She's like, it'll be different for me because we're married. It's different because we're married, but I've been in therapy as well. I don't do that with my son's mom, the older son's mom. I don't do that with her anymore. Because therapy, I like to work. I work harder now. I'm nervous. Well, I never talk about this. Y'all gonna judge me because of this? Probably. You're gonna judge me. I don't care. That's what my platform is here for. I'm gonna get judged regardless. But, you know what I mean? A lot of times, I think co-parenting with a narcissist, the kid, like the narcissistic person will use the kid to get back at the other parent. The narcissist will use the kid, will fill the kid full of rumors and stuff like that, feed the kid stuff that you don't want them to be eating, say negative stuff about you to the kid to make sure that the kid repeated it, ask the kid questions and things like that about who you have over to your house. Has mommy or daddy moved on? Do they have a boyfriend or girlfriend? Who over there? that. We'll use the kid, as an intermediary between the two of you. We try to turn the kid against you, and a lot of times that's parental alienation and stuff like that. They try to turn the kid against you. A lot of times. So co-parenting with a narcissist is very, very tough. It can be tough, like I said, depending on who the person is. And some narcissists, they are not as hard as others. I know everybody's like, no, all narcissists are hard. No, all narcissists are not the same. You can't lump every narcissist into, and cover them with a blanket statement like that, because we are not all the same. I am a Martian. But yeah, that's co-parenting is one of those, is a difficult task. What was I was gonna say? Yeah, a lot. So the other parent, the narcissist, has access to the kids under your direction. Like if they are with you, they should only be able, if you don't employ parallel parenting, they don't have access to you. They only have access to the kids, and you should set a boundary to make it during a certain window of time. Hey, you can call anytime between 4:30 and 6:30, something like that. And a narcissist is going to try to push those boundaries. Call it 2, call it 10. Call something like that. And you just have to enforce those boundaries, because they're going to try, because you set a boundary, the narcissist is going to try to break it. That's just how we are. We don't like people telling us what to do, even the smallest thing. And then 2 o'clock in the morning, calling in to check in on the kids. That is not about the kids. That is about you. 3 o'clock in the morning, calling to check on the kids. How my baby sleeping? How my little girl doing? How my little boy doing? That is not about the kids. And it comes from if it's a woman, they'll text like, your baby, your son is in there sleeping crazy tonight at 1:30 in the morning. That is not about the kids. That is about you. They want to see what you're doing at 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. They have access to the kids, not to you. Don't let them use the kids as a piece of leverage and things like that. And when you're co-parenting, make sure I know it's tough when you see videos and stuff like that where they're trying to turn the kids against the parent. You have to be standing in your truth with your kids. And if the kids come on and say, hey, mommy, daddy said you were a liar and a cheater, and then you just have to ask them straight up, ask your kids straight up. It's like, do you believe that? If they say no, then it's like, good job. Don't believe whatever your daddy says, stuff like that. That's a good job. But if they say, yes, I kind of believe it, and you need to sit them down and tell them, like, look, I don't think that's true, and I'm going to tell you why. Explain to your kids, because if you're not, they're going to, you don't want to fill in their heads full of rumors and stuff like that. You want the kids to be open, have open lines of communication with you, because having communication with a narcissistic parent is very, very difficult. So co-parenting can be very, very difficult, because narcissists will intentionally make it harder on you just for the sake of making it harder on you. Especially if you are the one who divorced them, if you're the one who discarded them, they're going to hold a vendetta on you and try to punish you for the rest of your existence through those kids. Oh, how dare you discard a narcissist? How dare you discard me? How dare you pretty much tell me I'm not good enough for you to spend your life with? How dare you? How dare you? And that's the narcissist mindset right there. How dare you do any of this stuff that I deserve to happen to me? How dare you? And they're going to punish you. That's like, they'll punish you for that type of stuff too, y'all. I'm just telling you. I know the narcissistic mindset because I am one. I keep telling y'all. Yeah, I'm just sharing my story. I'm sharing my truth. You're going to judge me, judge me. That's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Just, judge yourself too. What the Bible says for y'all Christian folks. Judge not lest ye be judged. If you judge me, have some content and some profile picture up so I can judge your ass back. Anyways, y'all, I got to cut this thing short. Keep them around 8-9 minutes. I'm truly appreciative of everybody. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. I'm so thankful. We're about to hit 40K tonight. And that's because of y'all. And if you like this series, put some suggestions in the comment section. You can follow me on other platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook page as well, mental illness everywhere. Anyways, y'all, I'm truly appreciative of everybody. Thank you for everything. Peace.